Braves, Braves, Braves.
That's what I'm talking about, Braves.
Let's
Let's
go,
Braves. Let's go, Braves.
Okay, all right, guys.
Okay, you have literally proven to the world that when it comes to Atlanta sports, all you just gotta do is believe. And now look at all of us, like, people can start believing in Atlanta sports now. I mean, we're all doing pretty good for the most part. I mean, just imagine, like, the Hawks win the championship, the Braves win the championship, Georgia wins the championship, and we win the championship all in, like, the same time. In like the same season, like the 2021 season. What if all of us win a championship? Like, I mean, we all seriously have a chance. All right. I was kidding about that last part. Every Atlanta sports team has a chance to win a championship this year. So we just have to keep on believing when it comes to the Falcons. But anyway, in this video, this actually isn't necessarily a Falcons video in particular. It's actually more of an Atlanta sports video, and I'm pretty sure everyone wants to talk about, you know, the Braves winning the World Series and every other Atlanta sports team going on. And with the Braves winning the World Series in 2021, it does make me think, is Atlanta going to be the next big sports city coming up? And my answer to that is, why would it not? And I really do think there are three legitimate reasons on why it actually very well could be the next big sports city, because all of those teams really share a very similar story. So the first reason is because, let's face it, good things come to those that wait. And all these sports teams have been through so much drama and so much heartbreak, all of it. And as you saw with the Braves, obviously good things come to those that wait. Like we saw in 2019, I want to say, like there was this big playoff game where the Braves, I think all they had to do was like win one game and they advanced in the playoffs. I forget where, like the World Series or the semifinals, whatever you call. I'm not like super big on baseball, but like whatever you call it. All they had to do was like win this big game and they got absolutely blown out and everyone's like, oh, Atlanta sports are cursed. And then the very next year, the Braves had, I think, a 3-1 lead against the Dodgers to maybe make a World Series, I'm pretty sure. And then they blew that. And just years before that, they were really just not good at all. Freddie Freeman was there for a long time. You would think that he actually wants to leave to go to a contender, but obviously, Freddie Freeman was very, very passionate about this team and he wanted to make good things happen, and the Braves organization as a whole did as well. And so this year, finally, without all the adversity aside, like everything that went upon them, they won the World Series. That's pretty good. And then the Georgia Bulldogs, the college football team, I don't know if you necessarily count that as an Atlanta sports team, but they've been through heartbreak as well, going back to all the Mark Richt days and just the amount of times they were like ranked super high in the season and they just never pulled it off, with Kirby Smart making that national championship. That still hurts that they didn't just hold on to that overtime thriller right there against Alabama, but nonetheless, they did lose, and that is heartbreak. And then the very next year in 2018, lost the SEC championship, and then they basically weren't exactly the same team since, except for this year, as they've been ranked number one pretty much throughout the whole entire season. They historically have maybe the best defense of all time. And if they win the championship, seemingly every 10 years, like 2001 Miami Hurricanes, 2011 Alabama, 2021 Georgia, seemingly all these ones, like 2021, 2001, they win the championship because of elite defense. So could be Georgia's year because of that defense. They're really the only team in contention to win it right now, basically. And the offense is looking like they're doing good. Kirby Smart obviously didn't want to lose faith in Stetson Bennett and all these players. So things are looking good for Georgia. And then the Atlanta Hawks, obviously last year did have a heartbreak, making it so freaking close to the finals. But of course, they got Trae Young and company. They could do really good. Now, as for the Atlanta Falcons, you know, like, they've obviously been through heartbreak. There's a lot of chokes, Super Bowl 51. And while I do think they're not quite there to win a championship this year, I do think that they're maybe not that far away from it. So bottom line is every team has gone through adversity. And as you can see with Atlanta sports, all you have to do is just wait. The Braves won it. Georgia might win it. The Hawks maybe could win it. It could be something special right now in 2021 for Atlanta. The second reason is because look at how loyal all these teams are. I know I kind of mentioned it in the previous reasoning, but Freddie Freeman could have left the Braves. He was there for a long time, but he wanted to build something special there. And wouldn't you know, his long years in the MLB with the Braves finally wins a World Series. And then look at, Kirby Smart with Stetson Bennett. He didn't lose faith in him. He still believes in Stetson Bennett. And he still believes in this university. So obviously something could go down here with all that faith and loyalty. The Hawks, Trae Young, his loyalty to Atlanta, and just the organization as a whole. They really want something great to happen here. And then, of course, we can't really miss out on Arthur Blank and Matt Ryan's loyalty to Atlanta. So many times, it's could Matt Ryan leave? Could Matt Ryan get traded? Could Arthur Blank be so, stubborn and whatnot? But we're seeing sometimes you just have to stay loyal. And, with loyalty does kind of come good rewards. So, with all this loyalty for every Atlanta sports team, something could come to that. It could very well mean something good is happening with all these loyal teams. And then the third reason is pretty obvious. Every team is just killing it right now. I mean, yeah, the Falcons are maybe a year or two away from at least making a playoff appearance, but they're showing some flashes for the future. Matt Ryan and Kyle Pitts are doing awesome. And Arthur Smith does look like the long-term answer for head coach. So it's not totally over for them. But the Hawks obviously look like they're building something great there. The Braves literally just won the World Series. And then Georgia looks like they could win it. So with all of that being said, Atlanta could be the very next big sports city. All you had to do was be patient. Good things come to those that wait. I know it was kind of the same reason as number 2, but the loyalty from the team is really insane. And just the things they're building here in Atlanta, it's awesome. Now, we're kind of competing with Tampa Bay and maybe Milwaukee right now for really good sports teams. But we could be the next. So this is something huge. And I hope you Braves fans enjoy this World Series win. Enjoy the parade. And for us Falcons fans, let's get the dub against the Saints on Sunday. Georgia fans, let's get this win against Missouri. Hawks fans, I have no idea who you guys are playing, but I hope you get a win. But anyway, rise up.